Well, thank you for coming in, viewers. We're on the stand-up paddleboard afternoon session. Afternoon session on the stand-up paddleboard. And I want to remind you that the narcissist is like a physically unhealthy person. They'll start off strong, but deteriorate, their strength will deteriorate quick. It's not exactly similar, but very similar to what narcissism is. Narcissism is when the person comes racing into the relationship. They probably, just ruined the last one. They've come racing in, convincing you that there's every possibility of a fantastic relationship able to take place from this new union that you have. They've got all the bells and whistles and all the decorations out, sparkling and shiny. They see themselves on your forehead. They're reflecting themselves off you. You're the shiny new toy. You don't know that they've just ruined the last toy that they had. They've ruined that, spoiled that, wrecked it, totaled it. That's unrecognizable and unrestorable. The gravity of the damage that they do. But now you're the shiny new toy, and this is the person that you have always been looking for. Good conversation, good communication, eye contact's good, sex is good, they share, all good. They lock you in, locked in. I've locked this one in, that's what they say to themselves. Suddenly there's some gaps in the commitment. They're late to an arrangement. Sorry, I'm going to be late. And if you let them do this once, it does get worse very quickly. It does worsen at an alarmingly regular rate. I mean, you can't think this stuff up. You've got to experience it to comprehend how vicious and savage this is and the way at which it works. And you'll find that the poetic text messages with all the emos and wonderful artistry and fantastic literature, Shakespearean literature, soon begins to fade to single word responses or no response at all. And this is to try and wear your confidence down. That's all it is. It's not about building a strong relationship. It's about wearing your confidence down. And at first you'll just think, oh, it's just, you won't notice at first because it's micro-incremental in training, conditioning. They're conditioning you in very small micro-incremental tests to see what you'll submit to and how much of this abuse you will take. It's called in training, conditioning you to the abuse. As you submit to the abuse, as you start to talk to your friends about some of the things that you're seeing and experiencing, some of your concerns, but you're not letting on to the sinner or the narcissist or however you want to describe this person. That's up to you. You're not letting on that you've got some serious concerns starting to arise. About some of the negligences and changes in the negative, very subtle, weird, bizarre changes in behaviours that you're starting to experience. Some friends say, oh, you know, don't worry about it, it's just nerves, you're imagining it. Other friends will right from the outset say, this person's really not suitable to you. And this is where you get a measure on your ability to decide about yourself, where your loyalties are towards yourself, and where your devotion, commitment and faithfulness and loyalty as well is blinding you from what's good for yourself. So now you're in this bat. Now the trauma begins. You're in a battle. You're in a battle to determine what you're perceiving as good and evil, and if what you're seeing is true and right. And it's confronting because your discernment's usually pretty good. You don't put up with nonsense and you're not easily deceived and you do the right thing. But all of a sudden you've got this person in your life that is just not adding up. They're just not adding up. You're hearing the warning signs. They've said things to you that you fully didn't comprehend and just ignored, thinking that it was play talk, but they were trying to warn you of what the actuality of their loyalty, faithfulness and all the rest of it, commitment is. And you didn't listen because you were too interested in your shiny new toy and making it all work. But you didn't know you were dealing with an empty meat suit. There was nobody on the inside. Their mind was completely somewhere else. So while your mind was centered on them and you wanted things to work and get things right, wanted it all to work and things to be right, these people, this person, had no intention of making it right. None. None whatsoever. And you were getting led along. You've got alarm bells screaming. You've got the evidence of the fact that something's not adding up. You've tried to confront the issue and you're not getting any sanity or any sense out of this person relative to their answers. Their answers just aren't making any sense. It's quite comical really, but you're buying it. You just keep letting them off and letting them off, and your mental health is starting to diminish. And I've seen this. I've seen this. I've seen perfectly normal people end up absolute mental train wrecks by the time these people have finished with them. So you need to wake up. Come to your senses. Realize that you've been duped. This person's got no intention, nor do they have the ability to make a proper relationship of what you have shared. You need to step back, start focusing on yourself, put some boundaries up. They won't be respected, but put them up and hold them up. Allow yourself to detach. Go no contact, and never ever go back.